When you look at all these candidates, having examined them critically, and if I want to feel the pulse of Nigerians, I can select 3 major candidates that people are seen as McCOYS. The candidates that have what it takes, that are very presidential in nature. I can actually pick 3 of them. Okay. I may be wrong, and that's my opinion.
We want to see it. We want to hear them.
So let me start from the list.
Yes. Only 3?
Yes, I'm selecting 3.
My goodness.
Yes, okay. I'm selecting 3.
You think one of these 3 will be president? Should we write this down?
No. Don't quote me on that. Okay. It's just a mere analysis.
Okay.
And I'm going to give you the indices of what can make them to be.
Okay.
Although there is divergent opinions on that.
Yeah.
I can't rule out such different opinion. Okay. The first person I'm going to mention is Atiku Abubakar.
Okay.
Atiku Abubakar is someone that is being acknowledged as a serial contestant when it comes to issue of presidential race. You know, as former custom officers who had actually made a lot of political influence over the years as a result of his political sagacity. You know, he contested in 1992, contested in 2007 and 2011. So even 2015. So you could see that he's someone that is well experienced when it comes to presidential race. Okay. And if you look at what he did while he was the vice president of Nigeria, the second vice president of Nigeria. So he has
experience also as vice president.
Yes, as vice president. Yes. So he's presidential in nature.
Yes.
So he's one of the people that we should look up to when it comes to McCOYS and who are those that are very presidential.
Absolutely.
Then I want to mention Musa Rabiu Kwankwaso, the former governor of Kano State, being a very astute politician, someone that, in fact, he's been acknowledged as the most popular northern politician apart from President Muhammadu Buhari. No one can rule out the acceptability of Kwankwaso in the entire north. And that actually placed him on a very high pedigree as a real presidential candidate that people should look up to. And even though he has not declared, but if you look at the kind of political weight he garnered in the last primary of APC, you realize that he came second to Buhari. So for that, he still maintained that political structure and is a very strong presidential candidate that people should look up to. So I place him as the second person. Then the third one is Muhammadu Buhari himself, the incumbent president. In spite of the dismal performance of APC-led administration under his watch, people still love him. He's still being acknowledged as the man of integrity,
when
transparency.
You say people, like which people?
I'm talking about the Northerners in particular, who has the highest political values. You know, anybody who wants to win the election must definitely win the North. If you don't win the North, then you don't win the election in Nigeria. That's the fact. So he has that political
Is it
values.
the North that is it the group they call the Say Baba group, or is it even including the elites?
I'm actually referring to the masses.
Yes.
The northern masses.
Yes.
And the masses actually take the vast space of population in any society.
Yes.
Because the elite are always few. Even though I feel as they have the exact influence on every policy issues. So in spite of that,
are the elites still bringing the masses, or the masses come on their own now?
This time around, you see, there's what they call transitory nature from masses to elite. And elite is doing everything possible to protect and maintain the status quo. But nevertheless, whenever there's an opportunity to transform a particular group of masses into their fold, they do that without wasting time, due to the fact that they are well organized. While masses are very atomized, they are highly disorganized. So that's why they could actually be captured. So we're not talking about that now, because if you have to talk about the elite theory, I'll start giving you the Muska, Pareto, Guattano, even Miliband views about the elitism. So let's not go
there now.
Let's not go there now, so that we save ourselves a lot of time. So as I was saying, in spite of the fact that Buhari's administration is not performing to the expectation of Nigerians, But people are still very hopeful that a lot still need to be done.
That he might do it. But maybe because he was sick.
Exactly.
So
he spent most of his time in the hospital in the last 2-3 years.
Yes.
So
people might consider that.
Yes, I think
perhaps now he's getting healthier.
The Nigerians are giving him that benefit of doubt.
Okay.
That if Buhari...
When you look at somebody like Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, being that he's also from that area, Kano, and he has this Kwankwasia movement. A lot of people following him because supposedly he had also done something. How do you see a contest, since you're looking at President Buhari and Kwankwaso in this light? I've been
expecting this question to come up, that both Buhari and Kwankwaso, they're in the same political party.
Yes.
And you could see that in the last few months, there have been these opinions, even within the ruling party, APC, that Buhari should take the way of Nelson Mandela of South Africa, who came and did one term and allowed the system to go without necessarily participating actively. So by then he became an elder statesman and started contributing his own quota towards the development of South Africa in form of guidance. You know, people are advising the current President Muhammadu Buhari, to follow that footstep by not contesting for 2019
so maybe he and Kwankwaso are talking already. Who knows?
I don't know because I've never been in their camps. I don't know what is actually happening there. I'm just talking like a political commentator. So if that happens, then the only candidate that we can look up to is Muhammadu Musa Rabiu Kwankwaso because of his pedigree in politics.
Tell me your number one issue for 2019. That would be a determining issue for who will be president of Nigeria in 2019. Is there one particular issue?
Actually,
is it the herdsmen issue? Is it restructuring? Is it fuel issue? Or is it unemployment? Is it inflation?
It's actually very difficult. But I will look at it from various perspectives. I wouldn't say one issue. I will say there are two issues that will definitely determine 2019 general election, which is going to be very prominent in the manifestos of all the major political parties in Nigeria. The first one is the issue of security. We have not gotten it right when it comes to the security. And there's no way the nation can attain sustainable development without adequate security. Our security is still threatened by Fulani herdsmen attack, kidnapping, armed robbery, and all these issues of avalanche of crisis in our society. Something needs to be done in that. Then the other area is economy. The issue of restructuring came up simply because our economy is in shambles. Our economy is a quagmire. So if we get it right in those two aspects...
But when you say economy, what is the defining element in that?
The defining economy is...
But what are we looking at when we say economy?
When we say the economy should be restructured, economy should be revamped, we are talking about ability to ensure that Nigerians are being saved from hunger, food security. Nigeria wake up in the morning, go to the filling stations, get the fuel at the reasonable price, and Nigeria go about their normal business. And the foreign, the issue of job creations. If employment is being created, even though government cannot create all the employment opportunity that we need, and that's why government need to collaborate with private sectors to ensure that lucrative jobs are being created in Nigeria. So by the time you look at all this, you realize that Nigerian economy will be back into track. The issue of herdsmen, as you said, on the issue of security, I still want the government, because that's the issue of the moment now, the Fulani herdsmen attack. I want to advise the government that the only way in which we can stop this demonic attack, because it's very disheartening to hear that hundreds of people have been killed in the midnight, you know, why can't we take Botswana policy framework? Botswana today...
We will have to discuss that in another show. I'll invite you back. I promise you. I want to tell you, Doctor, you are wonderful. You are fantastic, and I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Let's do this again.
Pleasure.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank
Great
you,
job.
All right, sir.